will ultimately bring clarity to the constitutional aspect of PDOs. The couple was given interim relief by the appeal court on Thursday and was supposed to be released, but that decision was stayed when the state appealed within hours after the ruling. Speaking with TDT News on Thursday night prior to the news the state had appealed the ruling, Professor Ghani predicted the matter was far from over. He noted, apart from the state's right to appeal, there are many other issues to be ventilated in the court.
That this case is one that has been given the kind of fast tracking and the kind of expedition that has been applied to hearings in this matter. It would not surprise me if the state would seek to appeal to the Privy Council, so that would give us, the apex court would give us the final determination on what the situation would be with this particular case. And that's just on this issue of allowing them to be freed. We haven't gotten into the substantive aspects of the rest of the case.
Describing it as a cause célèbre, Professor Ghani noted the matter has elicited conversations across the societal spectrum. He added, as the issue moves through the courts, it will ultimately prove beneficial for Trinidad and Tobago, as it will clarify any constitutional concerns about PDOs.
And some of these constitutional issues, because it helps the country moving forward. We are not a dictatorship. We are a functioning democracy. Our court system works during a state of emergency. And I think that what will happen now is the fine-tuning on the constitutional issues that we go forward with from here.
Acting President of Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez, says Trinidad and Tobago's support has been a, quote, a beacon of hope in times of sorrow, end quote, following the deadly earthquakes that affected Venezuela last month. In a correspondence dated July 8th, Ms. Rodriguez thanked Prime Minister Carmen Bissessa and the people of Trinidad and Tobago for their expressions of sympathy, solidarity, and assistance. Prime Minister Carmen Bissessa responded on Tuesday, July 14th, reaffirming Trinidad and Tobago's commitment to standing with Venezuela throughout its recovery and rebuilding process. She noted that following a June 26 telephone conversation with Ms. Rodriguez, TNT activated a major public-private humanitarian relief effort with more than 230 tons of relief supplies sent to Venezuela. The Prime Minister added that government looks forward to partnering with Venezuela's interim government and further strengthening the long-standing ties of friendship and cooperation between the two nations. In sport, New Zealand took a 2-1 lead in the ODI series with a 6-wicket win after West Indies suffered another batting collapse in Providence Stadium, Guyana. Jaden Lennox followed his 5-wicket haul in the previous match with 4 for 52, equaling the most wickets by a Kiwi spinner in a bilateral ODI series. West Indies fell from 121 for 3 to 140 for 9, with opener John Campbell earlier retiring hurt. Despite a spirited spell from 19-year-old Vittel Laws, who claimed 3 wickets and troubled New Zealand's chase, Tom Latham and Dean Foxcroft steadied the innings with an unbroken 52-run stand to steal victory. West Indies must now win both remaining matches in Barbados in hopes of winning the 5-match series. And that's what's making the news at this time. However, we are joined now by Virmala Balkaran, the host of Trinidad and Tobago Today. Good morning, Virmala.
Good morning, Carrie. Did you forget my name?
No, I am half asleep and half awake right now.
Did you not get sleep last night? Oh my goodness.
Exactly that, yeah.
I told you my sleep debt is just
cooking.
around 50 hours, and that's crazy.
Yeah, that is accruing interest as we speak.
Absolutely, and I don't know when I'm going to repay that whatsoever. But I did get about 5 hours.
I call the name of a financial institution, but let's not go in that direction.
I got about 5 hours of sleep, and honestly, my body feels so confused. Like, that's great. I love this. So hopefully, I can just increase by half hour every day.
Baby steps. Baby steps. I had a whopping 0 hours of sleep last night.
What? Why is that, if you don't mind me asking?
I was up cooking.
I see. Oh, right.
Yes.
Today is that day. Oh, my goodness. I love that for you, Carrie. But anyway, you were doing something that you love. Well, also this weekend, I mean, football action is heating up. I'm seeing a lot of people reaching out for T-shirts, using AI to put themselves in their team gear. A lot is happening, and we're ready for Sunday, and we're going to be right here as well.
And I'm ready to be the bandwagonist I am. I see one thing going around.
Certified BW.
It was
certified.
Yes, exactly. There's this bandwagonist form making its rounds on social media.
I saw
it is
that.
Hilarious.
Did you fill it out, or are you the head of that club?
No, I can't claim the credit for being the head of the club. I'm not the head of the club. However, I am a very active member in the Bandwagonist Club of Trinidad and Tobago.
I totally understand. I don't consider myself a bandwagonist. I'm usually just there asking, what's happening? Okay, great, and then I clap. But so just just to reiterate, we will be here on Sunday at 11A Maraval Road. It is the finale, Game On.
Oh, it is.
I do understand that passes probably have been, just stuff depleted by now, so I'm not too sure what's going to happen, but of course you can stay tuned to our social media pages, and we're not sure if we'll get some more, but that's happening here.
And please don't storm. If you don't have your pass, please don't try to sneak in the back door.
You can check on islandetickets.com, and I'm pretty sure you'll get.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's something that was really well subscribed, so if you're late, as they say, if you're sick, you get the click,
Absolutely. And you know what? I will be there, you will be there, and it's going to be a great, great time. All right, Carrie, well, before we wrap up, just some good news this weekend. Did you know that children are overwhelmingly positive for the future? I know so much has been happening in the world with climate change and war and all of that, but a new study has actually found that our children of today are really positive and excited about the future, and hopefully that inspires us to know that they're just ready to take on, the world and really just lead us in a brighter and better place. So I love that.
We can learn something from them,
Yeah. All right, Carrie. Well, I hope you get some sleep this weekend, and then I'll see you here. I'll see you here on Sunday, and have a great day.
Indeed. All right. Have a good one. Thanks so much, Virmala.
You're welcome.
When we come back, the Trinidad and Tobago Today morning show gets going right after this short break.
We outside, exclusively on Talk City 91.1 FM. The men in maroon are coming home. It's the We Outside campaign, the 2026 international home season for the West Indies men's cricket team. And the final leg of the home season takes place right here in Trinidad and Tobago. Talk City 91.1 FM is proud to hold the exclusive radio broadcast rights for the two-match test series between the West Indies and Pakistan from July 25th to July 29th. History will be made as the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Taruba hosts its first ever international test match, a landmark moment for cricket in Trinidad and Tobago. Then the action shifts to the iconic Queen's Park Oval for the second test from August 2nd to the 6th. Every session, every wicket, every century, every moment. Follow the West Indies, the men in maroon, as they battle Pakistan in a historic test series. We outside, exclusive ball-by-ball coverage, updates, analysts, and commentary only on Talk City 91.1 FM, the home of cricket conversation. Talk City 91.1 FM, where the men in maroon live.
We are the drum shaking, we are the drum shaking, we are the drum shaking, shaking, shaking.
Who says you have to wait until December? This July, TTT brings the warmth, wonder and magic of Christmas in July. Escape into heartwarming Christmas movies every weekend, filled with love, laughter, family, romance, and unforgettable holiday moments. Then keep the celebration going with spectacular musical entertainment featuring beloved local performers, festive concerts, and inspiring performances from both young and established talent. It's the perfect reason to gather the family, make lasting memories, and celebrate the joy of the season right in the middle of the year. Christmas in July, all month long, only on TTT and ttt.live/stream.
All my best memories are here at the lighthouse.
But I'm telling you the truth. There's a real live pirate over there.
The light in the lighthouse doesn't work, Sully. It hasn't worked in years.
That lighthouse is coming down.
Lighthouse works, Dad. It does.
It sure does.
I believe you, Kurt.
Friday, 17th July 2026. The time now, it is 6:12 a.m. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Virmala Balkaran, and welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today. Well, let's take a look now at what's trending this morning. Business executives Dominic and Genevieve Hadid remain in custody after the Court of Appeal granted an interim stay of an earlier ruling that would have seen them released to house arrest. The matter is now expected to head before the Privy Council as legal proceedings continue.
Appeal to the Privy Council, and they may have to do that on an expedited basis. But the state does have the right to seek an appeal, just as the other side would have had the right to seek an appeal to the Privy Council on an expedited basis. So I think that seeing that this case is one that has been given the kind of fast tracking and the kind of expedition that has been applied to hearings in this matter, it would not surprise me if the state would seek to appeal to the Privy Council, so that would give us, the apex court would give us the final determination on what the situation would be with this particular case.
Now, early on Thursday, 3 Court of Appeal judges ruled that the Hadids should be released from prison and placed under strict house arrest while their challenge to the preventive detention orders continue. However, following an emergency hearing later that night, Chief Justice Ronnie Budu Singh and appellate judges Mark Mohammed and Ricky Raham granted an interim stay of that ruling and gave the state permission to appeal to the Privy Council. And as a result, the couple remained detained pending further legal proceedings.
You know, what is going to come under scrutiny is the issue of preventive detention orders. The ability to detain persons is provided in Section 7 of the Constitution, so that the state can detain persons during a state of emergency. And the state of emergency has been done in a separation of powers manner. The executive starts off the process, and then you go to Parliament to extend it, so that you have that aspect of it. So that I think that the constitutional issues, it will be very good to get some determinations on some of these constitutional issues, because it helps the country moving forward. We are not a dictatorship. We are a functioning democracy. Our court system works during a state of emergency. And I think that what will happen now is the fine-tuning on the constitutional issues that we go forward with from here.
And check out these historical cuties. Students of the Blossoming Leaders Learning Institute stepped back in time as they dressed up as some of Trinidad and Tobago's most influential historical figures for Historical Figures Day, past and present. And the initiative gave preschool and primary school students the chance to really learn about national leaders, sporting icons, Nobel Prize recipients, trade union pioneers, and all other trailblazers who helped to shape the country's history. The school says the project is aimed at inspiring national pride while encouraging children to become the next generation of compassionate and impactful leaders. Scientists have identified a brand new monkey species in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the first new monkey species discovered in Africa in more than 75 years. Now it's named Colobus congoensis. Let me do that again. That's Colobus congoensis. And the primate stands out with its striking orange cream lips, glossy black fur, and long sweeping tail. It lives in remote tropical forests between the Lomami and Congo rivers, and it's known to be shy, spending most of its time in the high tree canopy. Now, researchers say that the newly identified species is already facing threats from habitat loss and hunting, and is being recommended for endangered status. And just like that, it's Friday. We finally made it to the end of the week. And as Carrie said, we're tired. It's probably been a long week for you as well. But there's so much to look forward to this weekend, a well-deserved weekend of rest, and also some excitement with the FIFA World Cup final on Sunday. Well, stay with us. There's so much more still to come. You know what to do. Grab a cup of coffee and settle in. Trinidad and Tobago Today has begun. Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success. Because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
Being connected, it means a lot because, first of all, you can't do this by yourself.
When you have your phone, you always have somebody at your side. I could call for help, anything going like, you know.
You know, I'm giving children the opportunity to experience outside of their neighborhood.
Digital is kind of a comfort, you know, you feel good that people in your lives are always able to be contacted.
I was with the other network and I was having problems, so I joined Digicel and I never regretted it.
It's been 2 years since Andrew passed.
You have to trust that God's gonna pull both of you through this dark time.
Hannah, this is Sergeant Barnes.
Hannah Jacobs, would you like to go on an in-person date with me?
We're going on a date.
He even took a liking to Carmen after you left.
Oh my God, that's great!
I tried telling him how the distance sucked and how I missed him.
Something's off, man.
He said he wants to take a step back.
This is when you must have faith and hope. Oh, it is a season of faith and hope. So come jingle my heart.
resilient, brave, worthy. 12 majestic women, 12 majestic journeys. Majestic Makeover Season 3, coming soon to TTT and TTT Live Online.
Majestic Makeover Season 3 is powered by...
Your world moves fast, so do we. TTT News brings you the people, events, and issues that matter most. Stay informed, stay ahead. TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Welcome back to Trinidad and Tobago Today on TTT. Well, before we continue with our first guest this morning, just an update on the Dominic and Genevieve Hadid matter in case you missed it this morning. Despite a court of appeal ruling granting them bail under strict house arrest conditions, the couple actually remained in custody last night after the state sought an emergency hearing to challenge this decision. Now, we'll continue to update you with all the information that will be coming to hand. Their release has been placed on hold for now. So just a reminder about the Dominic and Genevieve Hadid matter that's ongoing. Well, a growing foodborne illness outbreak in the United States has now affected thousands of people across more than 30 states, prompting health officials to issue renewed warnings about food safety. Now, the illness known as cyclosporiasis is linked to contaminated fresh produce and can cause severe gastrointestinal symptoms that last for weeks if left untreated. And while the outbreak is centered in the United States, it also served as an important reminder for all of us about safe food handling and knowing how to reduce our risk. Well, joining us now to explain is medical microbiologist, public health expert, and lecturer at the University of the West Indies, Dr. Rajiv Piyush Nagasa. Good morning and welcome, Doctor.
Good morning.
Now, for viewers hearing about this for the very first time, what exactly is cyclosporiasis and how does someone become infected?
So cyclosporiasis is caused by a parasite called Cyclospora cayetanensis. So there are different types of parasites. You have worms, which we call helminths. You have protozoa, under which Cyclospora falls. And then you have arthropods, right? Like mites and so on, scabies mites and so on, arachnids, right? So under protozoa, you have the coccidia. And this is what Cyclospora cayetanensis belongs to. And they form what are called oocysts. So when we talk about protozoa, we think about cysts and trophozoites, right? So in this case, they talk about oocysts. So they form these things called oocysts, and why that is important is because these are like little eggs, to make it simple, and they are passed out in the stool, but they are passed out in the stool in an immature form, right? And when they're passed out in the stool in this immature form, they cannot be infective, right? So a freshly passed stool, usually it would be a human. It's not infectious. It actually takes weeks for that oocyst now to become mature. And you know, fun fact that this life cycle is similar to the malaria parasite, but that's a whole different story, right? But they are similar organisms, but not similar disease, right? So this disease causes severe watery diarrhea. And when the oocysts become mature, which is in weeks, and they contaminate food and water sources, that's when persons, if they come in contact with this food and the water sources, that's when they get diarrhea, non-specific symptoms, nausea, abdominal cramps, because abdominal cramps is common with this type of diarrhea. And yeah, you get it from contaminated raw food that's not properly cooked. and you get it from waterborne sources, and not right away, like weeks after the oocysts have matured. Yes.
Now, Doctor, the U.S. has reported thousands of cases across more than 30 states. So let's talk about that outbreak now, and why is this considered so significant?
Well, it's significant for travelers. And that's as much as I could say at this point, because it has a lot of factors that haven't been brought to light, which I wouldn't want to speak about. Because you're talking about food supply chain and stuff, right? Because 65% of the food, of that type of food in the United States is grown in the United States, and then the other the other percentage is imported from other countries, and that involves countries. So I wouldn't want to go too much into that. They haven't actually pinpointed specific sources. They've linked sources, but linking does not mean causation. So it's important, especially for travel. And travelers should always get the advice of a medical professional or an authoritative source before jumping to conclusions or making decisions. Yes.
Now, health officials believe that contaminated fresh produce may be responsible. Now, can you tell us which foods are most commonly linked to cyclospora, and what should customers or consumers really watch out for?
So in the current outbreak, it's green leafy vegetables, specifically, I believe, lettuce, right? Because lettuce we tend to eat raw, right? However, in the past, since the 1990s, there have been yearly outbreaks. In the late 1990s, there was a big outbreak in the United States. And that was actually linked to berries. So these are some of the foods, but usually uncooked foods, foods that we eat raw. And one of the reasons is because we always are told to wash our food, which is correct advice. Wash our hands, that's correct advice, right? But we need to wash our hands with soap and water in this case, and washing vegetables with like vinegar, or some people actually use chlorinated solutions to wash vegetables. That doesn't work in this case, not with the oozes, because the oozes have a tough shell, right? It makes them tough. And on the rugged parts of the vegetables, they tend to stick. So even washing them doesn't get all the oozes off. And we would ingest it, and then it undergoes life cycles like what we call schizogony, gametogony, and so on inside the body, meaning it forms little other parasites. It forms sexual stages where it reproduces. So yeah, those are some of the issues, and those are some of the food sources like green leafy vegetables, but raw. And in this outbreak, it's green leafy vegetables. Yeah.
Now, what symptoms should people look out for, and how is this illness now different from the more common stomach viruses that we've probably experienced, like, norovirus or just basic food poisoning?
So food poisoning is exactly that. It's poisoning. It's usually caused by a toxin, right? Not necessarily by the bacteria itself. Now, this is not a bacteria. This is a parasite. And as I explained in the beginning, it's a protozoan parasite, right? Now, norovirus is a virus, right? So the infecting mechanism is different because the norovirus will directly affect the stomach lining, similarly to the cyclospora, which affects in its different stages where it undergoes schizogony, will affect the intestine. That's how they're different. They're different organisms. One has toxins, like that's why it has the name. Yeah.
And what about the symptoms?
Well, in terms of symptoms, one has more explosive diarrhea. So like this one has more explosive diarrhea and lasts longer. So you'll get repeated bouts. So if you've traveled abroad, especially to the Midwest, like Michigan and so on, and you come back and you have like continuous diarrhea and it goes away and comes back, that might be a red flag that you would need to visit your doctor. And I would ask, please visit your medical doctor and not just the pharmacy, right? So yes.
Yeah. Now, doctor, could you tell us, could contaminated imported produce pose a risk now to Trinidad and Tobago, and how prepared do you believe our public health system is to detect cases like these?
So in general, contaminated produce, whether it be contaminated with microorganisms or other contaminants, pesticides, antimicrobials, always pose a risk to international trade, right? That's an international trade issue, right? Now, I specifically wouldn't want to comment on that outbreak in relation to Trinidad and Tobago, but there are mechanisms in place in countries such as ours for food inspection, for inspection of vegetables and other products, like say, I just examples like plant quarantine, like you have public health inspectors, so these are some of the things that people have in this country, which I'm just speaking broadly about, not specifically, and not for anybody in particular.
Yeah, and well, doctor, before you go, just weigh in on this for me. Is climate change or the growing global food trade, in your opinion, making foodborne outbreaks like this more common?
Well, climate change is generally an issue. Maybe we mightn't want to say climate change, but effects on the environment. So, because, we have to be politically correct. But the effects on the environment is significant. You see shifts because these outbreaks tend to occur more in the warmer times of the year, right? And with changes in the environment, that could affect the seasonality. And also for other types of disease like vector-borne diseases and so on, like you affect vector pattern and the diseases that they transfer, right? So yes, changes in the environment are of concern.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Nagasar, for joining us and helping us to really better understand this outbreak and, more importantly, the practical steps we can take to protect ourselves. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. All right. Now, this particular outbreak is definitely outside of Trinidad and Tobago, but this message is universal, especially with a lot of people traveling out for the July-August vacation. We just want to ensure that you are safe. Once again, we reiterate, this particular outbreak is outside of Trinidad and Tobago, and there's no evidence that it has affected Trinidad and Tobago in any way at all. So it is currently in the U.S. We just want to remind you of that. Well, we are going to move on with the show in a short bit, but now we take a quick break, and then when we come back, we've got another guest for you.
Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success, because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
Hello everyone, I'm Pastor Lisa Singh from Heavenly Grace Ministries in New York, and I want to take this opportunity to invite you to join me right here every Sunday morning at 6:30 a.m. It has been a fantastic 2026 so far, and the Word of God has just been unraveling in ways that we can only imagine. So I don't want you to miss out. Remember, every Sunday morning, 6:30 a.m. right here. Looking forward to being with you.
It's been 2 years since Andrea passed.
You have to trust that God is going to pull both of you through this dark time.
Hannah, this is Sergeant Barnes.
Hannah Jacobs, would you like to go on an in-person date with me?
We're going on a date.
He even took a liking to Carmen after you left.
Oh my God, that's great!
I tried telling him how the distance sucked and how I missed him.
Something's off, man.
He said he wants to take a step back.
This is when you must have faith and hope. Oh, it is a season of faith and hope. So come jingle my heart.
I'm Jamila Bannister, host of the Socially Safe podcast, the new TTPS podcast where we share real stories, teach real lessons, and create real impact. From online safety and youth crime to community policing and personal responsibility, we go beyond the headlines and talk about what's happening in our communities with the officers and experts who are on the front lines. Because safety starts with awareness, conversation, and action. Tune in to the Socially Safe podcast on the TTPS YouTube channel, listen on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Don't miss it.
Watch on TTT, Mondays 6 p.m., Tuesdays 1:10 p.m.
Digital transformation isn't just about artificial intelligence or moving businesses online. It's also changing the way organizations make decisions, conduct elections, and engage with their members. Across the Caribbean, more organizations are embracing secure digital platforms that improve accessibility, transparency, and participation, whether for annual general meetings, board elections, or other key votes. And this morning, we're exploring how technology is modernizing organizational governance with Omar Romero, founder and CEO of Rose IT Services Limited and the developer of the iVote Live platform. Good morning and welcome, Omar.
Good morning, good morning.
This is groundbreaking stuff. Now, everyone is talking about digital transformation these days, but not necessarily how technology is changing governance. So why should organizations be rethinking the way that they manage meetings, elections, and member engagement in general?
Yes, so thank you for having me. So good morning. So I think we see technology impacting many different areas of society and making things better. But one of the areas that I think we still see a lot of manual processes and challenges is in governance and in different types of elections that we have, that different organizations conduct. So we originally developed our platform called iVote Live specifically for credit union elections. And we started discovering that there were many different types of elections that take place, from civic associations, trade unions, a lot of different organizations that still use manual processes and still were encountering the type of challenges that we'd seen.
Yeah.
So it's just a natural fit in that this solved a big problem that is current.
Yeah. As you said, they're still comfortable with that traditional voting process. So in your experience now, what are some of those challenges that they actually face, and how have expectations changed among the members?
Yeah, so I think we see a lot of different challenges, and even in the news recently, some of the different, you see in the news internal elections, you see issues like maybe paper ballots have run out, or maybe spoiled ballots because someone has incorrectly submitted a ballot, or a ballot is damaged, or we see issues with trust where you have an election but the results are queried and there isn't transparency around it. These are all traditional challenges that are associated with manual processes.
Yeah.
We see organizations where they have, maybe to accommodate and a body that is spread throughout Trinidad and Tobago. You have to think about conducting an election, and maybe you have persons in Moruga, maybe you have persons in Toco, someone in Tobago, who have to participate in that. And how that is being done right now for many organizations. There's a ballot box and a physical space that everyone has to go to. And that's an incredibly challenging undertaking for organizations to accommodate that, to set up those stations, to bring all those ballots back to one location, to empty the boxes, to count them, to produce a result. And there are a lot of areas in that process that that can fail.
Yeah.
So a lot of organizations are challenged by that, and with our platform, we've developed a way to eliminate and solve those problems.
Now, trust is also a very big concern when it comes to any election process, you'll agree. How does technology help our organizationism really improve transparency and security and confidence in their results?
Yeah, so, I mean, trust is critical for an election, and I always say that, you know, an election is really the core of what a democracy is about. Like, you know, a democracy is everyone has a chance to have their say, and everyone's vote is captured and counted, and then you produce a result, and that is going to decide the leadership of an organization. So it's a very, very important process, and it's really, really important that the persons who participate in that can trust it.
Yeah.
One of the big things we built into iVote Live is audit reporting. So as opposed to manual processes where you dip a ballot into a box and you have no trail of that ballot leaving your hand and being tabulated and being counted, by virtue of having a digital platform, what happens now is that the system tracks just three things: the code you were assigned, your name, and the exact timestamp of when you cast your vote.
Yeah.
So that really, really helps in terms of the transparency of a confirmation of you've cast your vote has been captured. We've built the ability that you can also get an email confirmation saying, hey, your vote has been cast at this time, we've received it. So that really goes a long way. The way iVote Live works is on the front end very simple. Once you register for, if you're an organization, you register to participate in the election, and the organization validates that you are who you are and you are eligible to participate, then you are assigned a unique code, a single-use code that is for you and you alone. And once you cast your vote, that code cannot be reused. So that's also really, you know, it really helps with the if you want to say, the security and trust aspect of it.
Yeah. Now, for organizations that, you know, may feel like they're not ready to really make that transition, what would you say to them this morning?
I would say just have a conversation. So, like, most of the time, you know, a lot of people just, you know, are not aware that this is, this solution is available, it is possible. So they've been accustomed to doing something one way for many, many years. And I always say, just give it a try. Like, just, you know, ask any questions you have, any concerns you have, any challenges that you foresee. One of the, and I guess it's associated with any technology, but one of the pushback you'd get when we do an election, people would say, oh, you know, this technology thing again, you know. I just went into Massey and I had to, you know, it's a self-checkout, you know.
Yeah.
And what we like to say is, look, try it and come back. And one of the things that we're most proud about the interface is that we have a high level of adoption around people who are not tech savvy, among older, more mature persons who may not be necessarily comfortable with technology. We built the platform specifically to accommodate the type of demographics that we serve. From professionals to the man on the street, right?
Yeah.
As long as you can use a cell phone, or even if, you know, you go to a station and there's a digital device, touch screen, it is as simple as knowing your code, logging in your code, tapping the name or the face of the person you'd like to vote for, and submitting, and it is as simple as that.
Wow. Now, where can viewers really learn more about iVote Live?
So you can visit our website, www.rose-it.com. We are on social media, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, at Rose ITSL. And myself, Omar Romero, is available. You can just look me up on LinkedIn. I usually drop all our stuff there.
All right. Well, Omar, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And organizations continue to evolve. It is really clear that digital transformation extends far beyond everyday operations. And secure, transparent, and accessible technology is really helping organizations strengthen governance, increase participation, and make important decisions with greater confidence. So thanks for sharing your insights. And we wish you all the best and continued success with Rose IT Services and iVote. Very exciting, I must say. And if you'd like to learn more, remember their website. It is www.rose-it.com, and you can follow them on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram at RoseITSL. We take a quick break, and when we come back, there's more ahead. Nasira joins us. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Good day.
Being connected, it means a lot because, first of all, you can't do this by yourself.
When you have your phone, you always have somebody at your side. I could call for help, anything going on, you know.
I'm giving children the opportunity to experience outside of their neighborhood.
Digicel is kind of a comfort, you feel good that people in your lives are always able to be contacted.
I was with the other network and I was having problems, so I joined Digicel. And I never regretted it.
Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success. Because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
Came out from underground, doing and met 3 new friends, doing what will he discover today? Let's shout his name to the world. Came out from underground, doing and met 3 new friends, doing ride off in car and fly up high. Let's have a fun time. Wow! La 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 la, doing la 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 la, doing la 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 la
More than a month of unforgettable football action, the stage is finally set for the 2026 FIFA World Cup final. And this morning, joining us now to look back at the tournament so far and to really preview Sunday's highly anticipated final is our very own TTT Sports anchor, Nasira Mohammed. Good morning, Nasira.
Good morning, Shala.
How are you this morning?
A little bit tired because it's a very early morning for me.
I know.
We had the final VAR last night, so, but all for the love of sport, all for the love of the job.
And how was the final VAR? Was that the final VAR?
It was the final VAR, and it was really good. We had Andre Errol Batiste, who hosts 12th Man on TTT on Thursday night, and we also had Pelf. You would know him as a radio personality / comedian.
Yes.
Pelf joined us and he got some goodies. He brought some goodies because, I told him, I said, if it is my team got knocked out, I would treat him to whatever he wanted. And he wanted a beef patty. So he got that. And then Mariah's team progress, which was Argentina, and she wanted doubles. So Pelf, did his part and brought her the 2 doubles that he promised her.
Wow, it seems like you all had a really good time. So now that that's over, we're looking now down to two teams. So it's Argentina and Spain. Now, looking back over the past month, Nasira, what's your overall assessment of this World Cup, and has it really lived up to the hype for you?
I think it has lived up to the hype for me. It's an unexpected outcome, I would say, because I mean, before the start of the World Cup, there was all this talk about political interference, how people would fare with regards to immigration going to the U.S. Just in terms of the size of the fan population that will be there, can the U.S. Sustain something like that? Although they're accustomed to big sporting crowds, but a FIFA World Cup crowd is different to a Super Bowl crowds, different to a baseball World Series crowd. But in terms of the football in general, the quality of football has been really good. I mean, there were things like I don't like the hydration breaks during the matches. And, I think VAR was being called into play a little too much because football is just a natural game to let it run and have the run of play happen. And, I mean, we grew up with traditional referees making the calls and stuff like that. And it's something I think we will eventually get adjusted to. But for me, overall, I really enjoyed the World Cup. And I think the fan experience at the World Cup was probably the best thing ever.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the road to the final, Nasira. I know everyone's excited to hear your take on all of this. Which match stands out as the tournament's defining game, and why do you think so?
I think it would probably be the Cabo Verde game versus Spain because they held Spain to a 0-0 draw. That might be shocking for some people, seeing that I supported France, and you would think that France had an unbeaten run going into the semi-finals, and they were the team for the tournament. But for me, that Spain Cabo Verde game really showed that it was a tournament for underdogs, even though we ended up with the semi-finals of four of the biggest teams in the tournament with France, England, Spain, and not Spain, yeah, Argentina, and who was the other one? England. But the thing about it is that leading up to these two teams, Spain and Argentina, coming into the finals, I think that Cabo Verde game kind of set the tone for the quality of football that we're going to have coming in. And I think also too, Spain is hitting their stride just in time because they've been kind of dormant throughout the tournament. And yes, they're one of the fan favorites, but a lot of people didn't have them probably reaching the final. I certainly didn't have them reaching the final, but there's a totally quality of the football that they had, and they really shut France down in that semi-final. France looked so out of sorts in terms of trying to set plays and get that goal, and they kind of shut France midfield down. They shut down Mbappe on off and stuff like that. So for me, I think probably the two teams that play the best football in the semi-finals are into the final.
Now, Nasir, I have to ask you, who's been the most standout player of the tournament so far, in your opinion?
I would not say that I've had a standout player, although a lot of people might give me slack for that and say, oh, it will be Messi or Mbappe or something like that. I think for me, the fans were the standout players for this tournament, because if you look at the fan experience both in the stadium and out of the stadium, I think the fans were really the ones who made the most and came out the best for this tournament.
Yeah. All right. So it's prediction time, Nasira. Who lifts the trophy? And who do you think will be the player that makes all the difference?
With regards to who lifts the trophy, is a close contest. If Spain play Spanish football and they really shut Argentina down, which England did not do in the semi-final, and they hold their own, so to speak, I think Spain will get it. Obviously, Lionel Messi is Lionel Messi, greatest of all time, in the modern era for me. I think my greatest player of all time is Zinedine Zidane, but Messi will be the difference between who wins and who goes home in second place.
Yeah, and what are you looking forward to most on Sunday, Nasira? What are your plans? Will you be here with us at the watch party?
I will definitely be there at the watch party. Very neutral because I said I have no horse in this race. But yeah, so I just hope that good football gets played on that day and that fans can really enjoy, a final for what a final should be.
Yeah, this morning Carrie told us that there's a bandwagonist form that's making the rounds on social media, and a lot of people are a part of that group. So what do you think about the bandwagonists, Nasira? Like Carrie?
I have never been one of those, and I never will be one of those. I had this discussion with Mariah last night.
Yeah.
I choose a team, I stick with a team. If the team loses, if they get outperformed and they get knocked out, that's it. That's the end of my tournament for me. I don't go and support another team or whatever it is.
That is loyalty, Nasira. That's a great life quality to have.
Exactly.
Thank you, Nasira. Well, I'll see you on Sunday at the finale.
Definitely.
It's game on right here at 11 Imrav hour. We'll talk to you soon, Nasira. Have a good day and get some rest.
Cheers. Thanks. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. That was our very own Nasira Mohammed. Well, Carrie's up next with a major network news. Just about 3 minutes to the top of the hour. See you inside hour number 2 of Trinidad and Tobago Today.
Tickets to cricket history. The men in maroon are coming home, and you could be there live. As part of the We Outside campaign, the West Indies take on Pakistan in an historic 2-match test series in Trinidad and Tobago. Watch and listen across the TTT Limited Network for your chance to win tickets to the matches. Tune in to TTT's Trinidad and Tobago Today morning show, Sweet 100.1 FM, Talk City 91.1 FM, and Next 99.1 FM. We'll be giving away tickets to both test matches, including the historic first test at Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Taruba, the venue's first ever international test match. So watch, listen, and win. West Indies versus Pakistan. The We Outside campaign continues, and your seat at the cricket could be just a call away. Watch, listen, win. West Indies versus Pakistan. Only on the TTT Limited Media Network.
We are the drum shaking. We are the drum shaking. We are the drum shaking.
All my best memories are here at the lighthouse.
But I'll tell you the truth. There's a real live pirate over there.
The light in the lighthouse doesn't work, Sully. It hasn't worked in years.
That lighthouse is coming down.
Lighthouse works, Dad. It does.
It sure does.
I believe you, Kurt.
When it matters, we're there, reporting the news as it happens, because your world can't wait. TTT News, nightly at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Good morning. This is your TTT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. Making the news at this time. Businessman Dominic Hadid and his wife Genevieve remain behind bars after the state successfully challenged their release from detention on Thursday night. The couple, alongside their 69-year-old relative, Star Sabga, were detained in late June in connection with an alleged plot to murder government officials. They challenged their detention and, on Thursday, were granted interim relief by the appeal court while the legal challenge to their preventative detention orders was being determined. They were expected to be released from detention and placed under house arrest. However, the state sought an emergency hearing before the couple's paperwork for their release could be sorted. Late on Thursday night, an appeal court panel, including Chief Justice Ronnie Budusing, stayed the earlier decision to release them and granted leave for the state to appeal to the Privy Council. The couple will now remain in prison, and a full hearing has been scheduled for today at 3 p.m. to determine whether the stay should remain in effect, pending the Privy Council proceedings. Meanwhile, constitutional law and governance expert Professor Hamid Ghani says he believes the ongoing court battle involving businessman Dominic Hadid and his wife's detention under a preventative detention order will ultimately bring clarity to the constitutional aspect of PDOs. The couple was given interim relief by the appeal court on Thursday and was supposed to be released, but that decision was stayed when the state appealed hours after the ruling. Speaking with TTT News on Thursday night, Professor Ghani predicted the matter was far from over. He added, as the issue moves through the courts, it will ultimately prove beneficial for Trinidad and Tobago, as it will clarify any constitutional concerns about PDOs.
Determinations on some of these constitutional issues, because it helps the country moving forward. We are not a dictatorship. We are a functioning democracy. Our court system works during a state of emergency, and I think that what will happen now is the fine-tuning on the constitutional issues that we go forward with from here.
Describing it as a cause célèbre, Professor Ghani noted the matter has elicited conversations across the societal spectrum on deeper issues within the country.
Raising a number of class considerations in the society about, the extent to which, if you're able to hire, 4 or 5 senior counsels to appear for you and you can challenge the state, the resources available are there. That is well within their rights. There's nothing unreasonable about that.
The family of 7-year-old Angelica Jogi, who was killed in the April 2026 jet ski tragedy at Pigeon Point Heritage Park, Tobago, has launched legal action against jet ski operator Ashworth Burnett, also known as Whistle, the Tobago House of Assembly, and the Pigeon Point Heritage Park Limited. In a pre-action protocol letter filed by Freedom Law Chambers, the family alleges negligence and reckless disregard for public safety, which led to the child's death. Senior counsel Anand Ramlugan argues the tragedy was not an unavoidable accident, but rather the direct and foreseeable result of failures by the jet ski operator. The Tobago House of Assembly and Pigeon Point Heritage Park Limited are also accused of what attorneys describe as a sustained and systemic failure involving marine safety, enforcement, and public protection. The letter points to previous incidents, safety policies, and a landmark High Court judgment in which the court found that THA and Pigeon Point Heritage Park Limited knew of dangers posed by watercrafts operating near bathers. According to the family's attorneys, the evidence reveals a compelling case that the fatal collision resulted from multiple institutional failures. In some sport now, with their match being postponed this past Sunday, Eastern Connect FC and Wallerfield FC are now set to meet this evening in their latest match in the Eastern Football Association Football League. At the La Horquetta Recreation Grounds, all will see the top 5 team look to push their backup standings while on the lower end of the table. Eastern Connect will aim to grab only their second win of the season. The match carded for a start time of 7 p.m. And that's what's making the news at this time. When we come back after the break, it's our number 2 of Trinidad and Tobago Today.
Whatever the skies bring, stay prepared with TTT weather. Committed, accurate, relevant.
Halon, let me tell you something. I back in here long time. Everybody talk about Halon. I back in Halon. I'm telling you, since 2023. You know who used to train him? Maradona. I watched him in the last World Cup 2023 where he scored 500. I'm telling you, everybody want to call me a wagonist. Wagonist nothing. Look. This jersey signed by Zlatan and Drogba.
But I say England jersey, no Norway.
All of them white. Oh God, them fellas moving cold. You in control of the ball. and I make them warm up, you know. I train Pele and Zlatan. You ain't controlling the ball! Clearly offside! Clearly offside! Call Trump. He has to fix this. Clearly offside. They're not seeing what I see. 26, 27, 28, 29, 20, 29. We're there.
Which fan are you? Whatever kind of football fan you are, you'll find every one of them at Game On, the finale, the ultimate football watch party experience, powered by Digicel and the TTT Limited Media Network. Catch all the action on Sunday, July 19th at the Mecca, 11A Marval Road, Port of Spain. Gates open at 1 p.m. Game On, the finale. Don't just watch it, experience it.
You watch that game? Tiff.
Being connected, it means a lot because, first of all, you can't do this by yourself.
When you have your phone, you always have somebody at your side. I could call for help, anything going on, you know.
You know, I'm giving children the opportunity to experience outside of their neighborhood.
Digicel is kind of a comfort, you know, you feel good that people in your lives are always able to be contacted.
I was with the other network and I was having problems, so I joined Digicel. And I never regretted it.
Your stories, your communities, your country. TTT News is everywhere, on the ground, across Trinidad and Tobago, and on every smart device. TTT News, nightly at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of Trinidad and Tobago Today on TTT. Now, diabetes remains one of the biggest public health challenges facing Trinidad and Tobago, but many of its risk factors are preventable through healthier lifestyle choices. One area of growing concern is the consumption of sugary drinks, particularly among young people. And that's the focus of the Diabetes Association of Trinidad and Tobago's Kick Big Soda Out campaign. And that's happening this morning. And they're using sport to encourage healthier habits through a human foosball tournament for secondary schools. I'm so happy to have them on the show this morning. Joining me now, we have the association's president and a great friend, Dr. Andrew Danu. And I believe he's also joined by our batch of interns this year, some of the interns. And we're going to talk a little bit about the tournament and the association's ongoing work to promote healthier living. Good morning and welcome, Andrew.
Morning, Shala. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, and I see these are our interns for this year. Well, it's good to have you all here. How are things at the office this morning?
So very busy. We have our human foosball tournament today. Of course, these are three of our interns here. We have 39 this year, and they are very much excited to put on this first ever, I think it's the first ever in Trinidad and Tobago human foosball tournament. So you know foosball, right, Charla? You know anything on the table that you play with?
I'm actually going to find out this morning when I come to the tournament. So tell us exactly what is foosball.
Right. So basically, we know it's a miniature version of football that you play on a table, but we decided to take it up a notch and actually turn it into a human foosball ring. So it's a huge ring where we're going to have teams of 6 compete against each other, and they're going to be like a life-size human foosball table. So they're going to have pools that they're going to hold on to and be able to go side to side and slide and score goals. So the reason we're doing this is, of course, we're trying to introduce something new to persons that mightn't be as athletic enough to play football. So it's low impact, it's lower intensity. The game is just 10 minutes long. It's the first of its kind, as I said, in Trinidad and Tobago. And we're doing this because we're trying to raise awareness. You realize it's just before the FIFA final, right? So we're actually trying to raise awareness of something. And the whole campaign is about kicking big soda out of sport. big soda, big soft drink. It's a regional, rather international project where we around the world under the funding agency Vital Strategies, which comes out in Bloomberg Foundation. We're working with the Healthy Caribbean Coalition, and we're one of, I believe, 10 other countries around the world with this campaign, Kick Big Soda Out of Sport. And kicking big soda out of sport, meaning kicking big soda out of FIFA, meaning we don't want to have soft drink companies, we don't want to have ultra-processed food companies sponsoring sporting events which are meant to promote health. So it's a conundrum. How could you have these things that cause people to get sick to actually be at events that are meant to be promoting health? So that's the whole point of it. Kick big soda out of sport. And we've decided our campaign today is that we are going to promote a day where there's no ultra-processed food, no sugar-sweetened beverages, and we're going to be doing this human foosball tournament right here in Chabonas.
Yeah. So Talia, tell me, how has the sixth form internship program been like for you? I know it's just a few weeks ago that you guys started, right? And you have the whole Java to go, but how has it been so far?
It's been an absolutely wonderful experience getting the opportunity to be here. I know a lot of people would have applied for this internship, and actually my brother is a previous intern, and it's such an honor to be able to follow in his footsteps because I get to actually experience a lot of the things that I will get to do eventually when I hope to pursue a career within the medical field. So we learn about a lot of stuff practically. So, for example, with respect to blood glucose testing, blood pressure testing, and we also learn a lot of things in theory as well, like with respect to things like ethics, with research, and also things with diabetes. I learned a lot of new things with respect to diabetes, and I really think the general public should know a lot more about diabetes because it's such a prevalent thing that we face in today's society, especially within the Caribbean.
Yeah, and we have Raul and Kishan as well joining us this morning. What are you both looking forward to most from today's foosball tournament?
So, well, this morning I'm looking forward to interacting with about 22 schools that will be present this morning. Additionally, promoting the event where we have unprocessed foods, or we aiming to actually promote healthy eating through this event and to show people that that we need to go in this direction, because as Dr. Dan rightfully said, that diabetes is a prevalent disease in Trinidad and Tobago, and is also associated with the #1 cause of death in Trinidad and Tobago, which is cardiovascular disease. So I believe that this event will be powerful in the way in which promotes healthy eating with the young persons, and to remove that stigma, and also to make them sensitized and aware about sports washing, whereby again that these soda companies are promoting an unhealthy drink in sports, which is quite a conundrum, as Dr. Dan would say.
Yeah. And Raul, what about you? What are you looking forward to most?
And also to add to what Kishan said, I'm looking forward to meeting people and showing people that to have a good time, you don't have to use sweetened beverages or fast food. You can just have a fun time with very healthy foods and also having some fun with foosball.
Yeah. All right, Andrew. Well, before we wrap up, just give us the details about everything happening today and what's coming up for us at the association.
Sure. So the foosball tournament is going to be at the NAMDEVCO Farmers Market, and that's in Woodford Lodge. That's in the center of Chabonas. So that's close to the Diabetes Association office. It's our same street. So we want to thank NAMDEVCO for giving us that space to use. And we're going to be starting at 9 a.m. As we said, we're going to have 22 schools there represented. It's a 10-minute match each. And then we are going to be starting and ending today around 2. Everybody is invited. We're going to have healthy snacks and drinks on sale. And we want persons to come out and see this first of its kind ever event in Trinidad and Tobago, human foosball. And of course, we have lots coming up in the association that are going to be announced very soon. We have a camp for diabetes, children with diabetes next week. But of course, for today, we want to make people aware that they should try to kick soda out of sport. Kicking soda out of sport, reducing how much sugar sweet sweetened beverages you consume. And of course, come to the Diabetes Association for all of your needs, all of your information. Follow us on our social media. These interns are doing so much on social media right now. So go on our social media pages and see all that we are doing. I'm looking forward to see you later.
Yeah, the internship program is definitely one of the most beautiful parts of the association. And I will say every year we see some amazing students graduating. They're all amazing. And, you know, they continue to work in the field of health or diabetes awareness. And we find that they've become ambassadors for diabetes awareness, and they continue to fly that flag high. So congratulations to you interns, Talia, Keishan, Raul. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'll see you shortly at the foosball tournament. Andrew, again, that's happening today at the Nandevco Farmers Market. Is it in on Lala Street, I believe?
On Lala Street, yeah. So it's close to the Diabetes Association office. It's right there. And there's parking available. It's free to enter. We are here all day. We're gonna have so much entertainment for you all as well. And come on, because we want to actually expand this foosball thing. It's the first time we're trying it. We're not gonna go test the ring. So it's something that we built up. So we want to see people coming out. We want to see people interested in it. But of course, we want to kick Big Soda out. So that's why we're wearing these t-shirts here. Kick Big Soda out of sport.
Yeah, and if you head across to their social media pages, you would see the interns created such good content for this. It was very creative, and I'm pretty sure that's going towards their final assessment in some way. So we're so proud of them. Thank you, Andrew, Dr. Danu. Thank you to the interns as well, and we'll see you soon today at 10 a.m. All right,
Thanks,
have a good... No problem. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for joining us. That's Kick Big Soda Out. And we're really promoting healthier living and a better lifestyle for us. And it shows that can all be engaging, educational and fun. And once again, that human foosball tournament is happening today around 10 a.m. While we get ready now to take a short break, 7:17, that's the time. Don't forget, we'll see you here as well on Sunday for Game On, the finale. But before we head to the break, I do believe we're going to check in and see what's happening with the weather. So here's Zena James for you.
I'm Zena James with your weather update. Friday will start off mostly sunny and dry across Trinidad and Tobago as the relatively dry atmosphere continues to dominate. However, as we move into the late afternoon and evening, moisture associated with the ITCZ will begin increasing cloudiness and the chance for scattered showers. Across the seas, conditions will remain moderate in open waters and slight in sheltered areas. However, any showers that develop late in the day could produce gusty winds and occasionally choppy conditions. Also, spring tides come to an end on Friday, meaning those more exaggerated tidal levels will gradually ease. However, caution is still advised.
Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success. Because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stefan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Take it front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
Resilient, brave, worthy. 12 majestic women, 12 majestic journeys. Majestic Makeover Season 3, coming soon to TTT and TTT Live Online.
Majestic Makeover Season 3 is powered by...
It's been 2 years since Andrew passed.
You have to trust that God's gonna pull both of you through this dark time.
Hannah, this is Sergeant Barnes.
Hannah Jacobs, would you like to go on an in-person date with me?
We're going on a date.
He even took a liking to Carmen after you left.
Oh my god, that's great!
I tried telling him how the distance sucked and how I missed him.
Something's off, man.
He said he wants to take a step back.
This is when you must have faith and hope. Oh, it is a season of faith and hope. So come jingle my heart.
What started as a simple act of kindness has grown into a movement that has touched countless lives across Trinidad and Tobago. For the past 6 years, Making a Smile NGO has been supporting families through food drives, school supply donations, community outreach, and other initiatives aimed at helping those who need it most. Well, this morning, we're celebrating that milestone and learning more about the impact the organization has made. Joining us now, the founder, Alicia Donna Ali. Good morning, Alicia, and welcome to the show.
Good morning, and good morning to Trinidad and Tobago, and thank you for TTT for always welcoming me here.
Of course, you're always welcome.
I know.
Now, Alicia, congratulations on 6 years of Making a Smile.
Oh, thank you.
That's a long time
it is
of doing great work.
Yes.
So looking back now, what inspired you to start the organization, and did you ever imagine that it would grow to this scale?
No, I did not imagine. What really moved me by this, actually, during the COVID-19, my husband, who told me that let's start a group and let's start helping people because of how supermarkets and, well, the pandemic, how it was actually, that is why we started off. We started off small with like 5 people, and it ended up being lots, really, really big. I was trying to check, last week actually made it 6 years that we have the group. Wow. And I was actually trying to check how many people that we help, and I can't.
Wow.
It's a lot, and it's not only one area we targeted. We help a lot of people right through the country.
Yeah. Now, when you reflect on the past 6 years, what are some of the moments that have really stayed with you most?
Oh my gosh, that is Christmas time, honestly, because the feeling that you get when you see kids and you go and you give them something like a toy, because we try to give everybody a toy, right? And that feeling, money can't pay for that.
Yeah.
It's such a good, overwhelmed feeling. When I was making the video for TTT, it was a couple days before last week, Saturday, and I'm going back on everything from when I started the beginning, the first initiative that I actually did during COVID-19. Tears was in my eyes because I couldn't believe that we would have made it for 6 years. I thought that after COVID, that would have been it, but it's not.
Yeah.
We're just growing bigger and bigger.
Yeah. What are some of the greatest needs that you're seeing in communities today? I know you've done things like food hampers and back-to-school drives and a lot of outreach programs, but what do you think our communities need?
Honestly speaking, the people that we help, right? What they really need, they need the government to step in and help them, like a social welfare, like to help them, because they don't have much groups like us around the country, right? And I can't do everything on my own. I need assistance with social welfare.
Yeah, I'm seeing some really nice pictures here as well.
Thank you.
You were with the ministers.
Yeah.
And I'm also seeing you at TTT.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've really been here for quite a bit.
Yeah, I think this is probably my 5th or 6th time I'm in TTT. Oh, yeah. So
well, it's good to have you on our show this morning.
Yes,
and
thank you.
We really do love you being here. Now, running an NGO comes with its challenges. And what have been some of the biggest obstacles that you faced over the years?
Oh, the biggest obstacles is like one thing actually during COVID-19, when no one couldn't open the businesses, I got a barber shop to come and cut children hair, and people started to report me and make a fuss about it, because it was a good thing I was doing, but I didn't overcrowd the homes because we didn't get any community center or anything like that. And I was doing it at in Kelly Village, and somebody actually called the police for me. That was one time, I think. And I told the police, and I told them, if you all stop in this haircut, I would like you all to take the contact of all these children who are bare feet and take them and get a haircut. And after, when I done speech them off, well, obviously they have to let me cut the children here.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't actually cut the children here.
Yeah.
Right?
You are very resilient, I must say, Alicia. Now, every act of kindness really has a story behind it. Do you have a particular memory, maybe a family or an individual whose journey reminds you of why this work actually matters?
Yes, I do. I have two particular family that I help them a lot, but they just keep on pushing me and telling me, continue with the group, because sometimes I actually feel like giving up. Because when anyone asks me for something and I can't give it to them on the time frame, sometimes there's be like delays with companies, and I try my best to do that. But there's two families who really touch my heart, and they stick with me since 2020 to now.
Yeah. Wow. And this is so rewarding. When you look back at the journey, what are you most proud of?
Oh, I'm proud of that. As a small group, we didn't get any kind of donation from government. Only recently we started to get donations. I am proud that we made it so to 6 years, and we actually didn't have to go around and asking government officials for help.
And for anyone watching this morning, they want to get involved, how can they reach out to you?
They could WhatsApp us at 473-1636, and someone will message you back.
All right. What's that number again, Alicia?
473-1636.
And what's next for Making a Smile?
My next step, honestly, I would love to go and study law to try to help these people, because some of them have small issues. So that is my next step, to study law. But not for the making of the money, just having the certificate up on the wall and say, oh, you know what, this is what I achieved from the group personally for me.
Very well, Alicia, we're so happy.
Thank you.
We're so proud of you and all that you've been doing, and we thank you very much for your efforts.
Thank you.
And for you and your group, your husband and everyone involved.
Thank you.
And we look forward to, hearing about the great things that you'll continue to do.
Thank you.
It was so good to have you here with us.
Thank you for having me here. Thanks to TTT for always welcoming me.
All right, 7:28. That's the time in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. We hope you've been having a beautiful morning. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for being there. Thanks for leaving us all those comments. We see them, we read them, and we really appreciate them. If you want to get in touch with us, all you have to do is send us a quick email at tttoday@ttt.co.tt, and you can be a part of the conversation that's shaping our nation. Trinidad and Tobago today, and it's the news you can trust and the stories that matter.
The plays that shake the arenas. The stories that move a nation. From football to cricket, track to tennis, every win, every rivalry, every headline. This is where Trinidad and Tobago come for sports.
TTT Sports with Nasira Mohammed, daily at 7 p.m.
Being connected, it means a lot because, first of all, you can't do this by yourself.
When you have your phone, you always have somebody at your side. I could call for help, anything going on, you know.
I'm giving children the opportunity to experience outside of their neighborhood.
Digicel is kind of a comfort, you feel good that people in your lives are always able to be contacted.
I was with the other network and I was having problems, so I joined Digicel and I never regretted it.
Win tickets to cricket history. The men in maroon are coming home and you could be there live. As part of the We Outside campaign, the West Indies take on Pakistan in an historic 2-match test series in Trinidad and Tobago. Watch and listen across the TTT Limited Network for your chance to win tickets to the matches. Tune in to TTT's Trinidad and Tobago Today morning show, Sweet 100.1 FM, Talk City 91.1 FM, and Next 99.1 FM. We'll be giving away tickets to both test matches, including the historic first test at Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Taruba, the venue's first ever international test match. So watch, listen, and win. West Indies versus Pakistan. The We Outside campaign continues, and your seat at the cricket could be just a call away. Watch, listen, win. West Indies versus Pakistan. Only on the TTT Limited Media Network.
We are the ground shaking. We are the ground shaking. We are the ground shaking.
Your world moves fast, so do we. TTT News brings you the people, events, and issues that matter most. Stay informed, stay ahead. TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Just all my best memories are here at the lighthouse.
But I'm telling you the truth. There's a real live pirate over there.
The light in the lighthouse doesn't work, Sully. It hasn't worked in years.
That lighthouse is coming down.
The lighthouse works, Dad. It does. It sure does.
I believe you, Kurt.
The new class. Next level of radio. Wake up! This is the Link Up with Next 99.1 FM.
All right, you know what we do every single Friday. Let's tap in now with Next 99.1 FM, where the energy is always high and the momentum never drops. This is the Link Up. We're checking in with Fro and company. Good morning. Morning. How are you all this morning?
What's all that? What's going on there?
You got an echo?
Yes.
Well, I think it's gone now.
It's gone?
Yes, it's gone. It's much better.
It's gone.
How are you all? How was your week?
We're good. We're excited for the weekend. Right? You there with me?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, we're excited for the weekend because of what's taking place this Sunday. You know what's happening this Sunday?
Yeah, that's Game On, the finale. So who are we supporting this Sunday?
To be quite honest, my team got eliminated on Wednesday.
Oh, I'm so
England.
sorry. But listen, I want to send you something. It's a bandwagonist form. I think our echo is back. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, I think it's gone now again.
It's gone.
Yes, I'm going to send you the bandwagonist form. You can fill it out.
I believe it's the wrong person you're talking to. Like
It's Shaq. I feel like it's Shaq.
No, it's Champion.
It's Champion. Oh, Champion. Do you want me to send you the bandwagonist form?
Champion has nothing to say.
I feel like he already signed it.
Some bad news this morning.
It's signed and sealed.
Bad news on air.
I'm so sorry, Champion. But, we're looking forward to that final watch party happening here at TTT. I do understand that, no more passes are available, so we're gonna...
No, it's gone.
Yeah, we have to work some magic for that, but we'll all be there, of course.
Yeah, it's gone, but persons can still come down and enjoy a good game. Maraval Road is going to be lit as well, so there's no need to panic, no need to worry. We're going to have a nice street vibes as well for folks that still want to come down and catch the action, catch the vibes right here at TDT Limited. You can still come down, bring your chairs and just enjoy a good game.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure our next 99 DJs will be there and the presenters as well. We look forward to that. All right, Champion. So what are your predictions for Sunday? I can't see him, but I can hear. Right, so the silence is loud.
Let me be honest with you. Champion just received very disappointing news on the air. We had a listener. She came live on the airwaves and broke up with Champion live on the airwaves.
Oh my goodness, Champion, I'm so sorry.
Some distraughting news there. I didn't expect it. I don't know. These guys didn't even, back me up and try to support me in it.
Yeah, that's okay, Champion. We, we'll take care of your broken heart today. I'm pretty sure Shaq has some good music for you today. Well, speaking of music, what's trending this morning? What's your favorite songs this year? What are your favorite songs this week? Sorry.
This week?
Yes, this week.
There's a song called Is Rubbers?
Rubbers. Yeah.
Can we have it? Can we give Virmala a taste? V, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Shaq, you all set? Let's go, bro.
Yeah. You know why that happened? Because you play the usher, let it burn.
All right. Well, guys, we have a little bit of an echo, so I'm unable to really hear it very well. I'm so sorry about that, but I will come visit you once I am finished. It was really nice to check in with you. I'm going to see you on Sunday, and we'll be here from 1 p.m. at 11A Maraval Road, right?
Definitely.
For sure.
All right. Well, have a good day. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right. That was the link up with Next 99.1 FM.
You hear that? Woo! The new class. Next level of radio. Wake up! This is the link up with Next 99.1 FM.
All my best memories are here at the lighthouse.
But I'm telling you the truth. There's a real life pirate over there.
The light in the lighthouse doesn't work, Sully. It hasn't worked in years.
That lighthouse is coming down.
The lighthouse works, Dad. It does.
It sure does.
I believe you, Kurt.
I'm Jamila Bannister, host of the Socially Safe podcast, the new TTPS podcast where we share real stories, teach real lessons, and create real impact. From online safety and youth crime to community policing and personal responsibility, we go beyond the headlines and talk about what's happening in our communities with the officers and experts who are on the front lines. Because safety starts with awareness, conversation, and action. Tune in to the Socially Safe podcast on the TTPS YouTube channel, listen on Apple Podcasts, and on Spotify. Don't miss it.
Watch on TTT, Mondays, 6 p.m., Tuesdays, 1:10 p.m.
There are a number of risk factors for heart disease, so a lot of attention has to be put towards preventive cardiology. What can we do to reduce the burden due to all these risk factors, hypertension, diabetes, cholesterol, you need to stop cigarette smoking, you gotta get people exercising.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
It's been 2 years since Andrew passed.
You have to trust that God's gonna pull both of you through this dark time.
Hannah, this is Sergeant Barnes.
Hannah Jacobs, would you like to go on an in-person date with me?
We're going on a date.
He even took a liking to Carmen after you left.
Oh my god, that's great!
I tried telling him how the distance sucked and how I missed him.
Something's off, man.
He said he wants to take a step back.
This is when you must have faith and hope. Oh, it is a season of faith and hope.
So come jingle my heart.
I was so high, I did not recognize the fire burning in your eyes. Chaos that consumed my mind. Whispered goodbye, she got on a plane.
She's one of Trinidad and Tobago's most versatile music talents, known for effortlessly blending pop, R&B, reggae, rock, and Caribbean influences into a sound that's uniquely her own. After years of captivating audiences across the region, she's stepping into an exciting new chapter with the release of her latest single, Like We Used To, a feel-good track inspired by the joy of dancing, romance, and genuine human connection. Well, joining us this morning is singer-songwriter Valerie Hill. Good morning, Valerie, and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You look beautiful.
Oh, thank
I feel like
you.
We're matching
You too.
this morning.
Yes, we're both beautiful this morning.
Valerie, you have definitely carved such a great spot in Trinidad and Tobago in the entertainment industry, and
Yes.
also you're a well-known name.
Yes.
And we've seen you perform lot of places, and you really do such a tremendous job.
Thank you.
Now, you've been performing professionally since you were 17 years old.
Yes.
Wow. That's just the other day, right?
Yeah.
So looking back now, how has your journey really shaped the artist that you've become today?
Honestly, the journey has been long. It has been hard, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Being an artist in Trinidad doing these different genres of music isn't always accepted, but somehow we found people that really align with what we do, me and my team. So these kind of genres appeal to such a wide range of people. You know, you think people in Trinidad only want to listen to soca and chutney and, you know, but that's so not true. A lot of people love these kind of music, and I love being able to entertain and see people enjoying it the same way that I enjoy it.
Now, your music draws from many genres, I understand.
Yes, it does.
So how would you describe now your sound to someone who's hearing you for the very first time?
My sound is actually, it's not one thing. You know, my voice is very versatile. It has its little different quirks to it. So I love to do the different genres so that I get to play with those things. And there are artists out here, chameleon artists, who they do every genre of music. You know, so I wouldn't say that my sound is one thing. You know, I'm a person. I get bored very easily. So I like to switch it up. I like to keep people entertained.
What's your favorite genre to perform?
Oh, that's like asking, what's your favorite child? I have a few. It's never one. I love funk and disco music. I love reggae music, jazz, blues, you know. It depends on my mood.
Yeah. What was your vocal training like?
I was mentored by a guy named Joel Ali. He started a band called Mayarity Band. He's no longer with us, but he imparted a lot of knowledge onto me. He trained me since I was 17, and it really shaped how I am today as an artist, you know, how I listen to music, how I approach music. So that vocal training was truly invaluable to me, because a lot of people that I work with always pay attention to those things that I do and say, you know, where you learn to do that. And it's from him, you know.
Now let's talk a little bit about your new single.
Yes.
How did this come about? What's the story behind it? And what really inspired you to create this one?
So this song was conceptualized about 4 years ago. You know, sometimes you have an idea and it sits there until it's time. And my producer Mavericks, was playing this loop in the studio one day, and when I walked in and I heard it, I was like, wow, that sounds really cool. And I started singing the chorus immediately in one go. And then we put it down, we didn't touch it for a while. And I decided recently, you know what, I want to come back out in music and I want to be consistent. I want to do songs every 2-3 weeks.
Okay.
And I wanted this to be the first release because it really encapsulates how I feel of what music is today and how party culture is. And, you know, people just don't go out and dance anymore. They just don't have fun like they used to anymore.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's what we really thought about when we were making this track. And
what do you want people to feel when they hear the song?
I want them to feel the same way they do when they listen to a Whitney Houston or Michael Jackson, you know, or Shaka Khan, because that's where we drew references from for this track. You know, I want them to be able to have fun like no one is watching and to really just feel excited and feel happy just going out and just having fun.
Now, as an independent artist, what have been some of the biggest lessons that you've learned while building a career in music?
Being an independent artist is a challenge, especially here where there aren't much resources for somebody doing these genres. You know, normally in America, there is a whole building of people to do what we have to do with just 1 to 2 people. You know, so there are many challenges here, but everything is a learning lesson. You know, that's why I was truly inconsistent over the last few years with releases, because I was just trying to figure out how to go about doing it, you know, how to be the marketing manager and the finance manager and the image consultant and the producer and the director. And, you know, there's so many hats you have to wear.
Yeah.
But when you learn to do it yourself, you truly can become unstoppable, you know.
And what's next after Like We Used To? What can we expect from Valerie?
More music, just more music.
What about an EP?
Yes, I have an EP coming out in September, and then from now till the end of summer, it's a song every 2 weeks. So that's about 3 more songs the rest of summer.
That's a really impressive goal.
Yes, it is.
A song every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks.
Well, Valerie's actually staying on with us to give us a spectacular performance as we kickstart your weekend. And it's really been a pleasure having you with us.
Thank
I
you
know
so
after the break
much.
you're going to come back with us. And again, congratulations on this new chapter and continue pushing the boundaries of your artistry and while proudly representing Trinidad and Tobago. We're so proud of you and wish you every success with Like We Used To.
Thank you.
So when we come back, Valerie performs to close the show. We hope you've been having a great morning. Thanks for being here on Trinidad and Tobago Today.
Tickets to cricket history. The men in maroon are coming home, and you could be there live. As part of the We Outside campaign, the West Indies take on Pakistan in an historic 2-match test series in Trinidad and Tobago. Watch and listen across the TTT Limited Network for your chance to win tickets to the matches. Tune in to TTT's Trinidad and Tobago Today morning show, Sweet 100.1 FM, Talk City 91.1 FM, and Next 99.1 FM. We'll be giving away tickets to both test matches, including the historic first test at Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Taruba, the venue's first ever international test match. So watch, listen, and win. West Indies versus Pakistan. The We Outside campaign continues, and your seat at the cricket could be just a call away. Watch, listen, win. West Indies versus Pakistan. Only on the TTT Limited Media Network.
We are the ground shaking. We are the ground shaking. We are the ground shaking.
Who says you have to wait until December? This July, TTT brings the warmth, wonder and magic of Christmas in July. Escape into heartwarming Christmas movies every weekend, filled with love, laughter, family, romance and unforgettable holiday moments. Then keep the celebration going with spectacular musical entertainment featuring beloved local performers, festive concerts and inspiring performances from both young and established talent. It's the perfect reason to gather the family, make lasting memories and celebrate the joy of the season right in the middle of the year. Christmas in July, all month long, only on TTT and ttt.live/stream.
Just all my best memories are here at the lighthouse.
But I'm telling you the truth. There's a real live pirate over there.
The light in the lighthouse doesn't work, Sully. It hasn't worked in years.
That lighthouse is coming down.
The lighthouse works, Dad. It does.
It sure does.
I believe you, Kurt.
When it matters, we're there, reporting the news as it happens, because your world can't wait. TTT News, nightly at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Just about 9 minutes before the top of the hour. We hope you've been having a wonderful day and you're looking forward to the weekend. Lots of action happening this weekend. But before we close, I have to take a quick look at what we spoke about today on the show. Remember, cyclosporiasis, that's something trending in the United States, over 30 states, I believe. Remember, that is not affecting Trinidad and Tobago. But this morning we had a very special interview with Dr. Nagesa. You can head across to TTT Live online to access that. All the information you need to know about this. How is it different from food poisoning? How is it different from the regular norovirus that we actually know about? Also, we gave you a Venezuela update this week, and that's something we'll continue to chase after next week for you. Lots of relief efforts are still ongoing. There's still so much happening in Venezuela. The destruction, it is something we haven't seen, and we did not expect, of course, after those twin earthquakes. Also, we continue to follow the Genevieve and Dominic Hadid case. That's something you can chase after on TTT Live online. And also today, the Human Foosball Tournament that's happening with the Diabetes Association of Trinidad and Tobago and their sixth form interns. It's all happening at the Namdefco Market on Lala Street in Chaguanas. You are free to head there. It is absolutely free to the public. Well, speaking of not foosball, but football now, football fever is reaching boiling point. Don't watch the finals from your couch when you can come experience it with us with a crowd that's just as passionate as you. Sunday, July 19th, all roads lead to the Mecca, 11A Maraval Road, Newtown, Port of Spain.
Feel the energy, the excitement, and the passion for the biggest match of the tournament, the final showdown. Who will lift the trophy? And yeah, the best part, it's absolutely free. And you know, Trini's like freeness. But there's a catch. You must secure your exclusive access pass to gain entry. Log on to www.islandetickets.com to get yours.
Gates open 1 p.m. So come early. Bring out your friends. Bring out your crew. Bring out the family.
Stay locked into TDT Limited Media Network, Suite 100.1, Next 99.1, Talk City 91.1 FM for all the details. Game on! The finale!
Don't just watch it. Experience it.
Powered
On Sunday, so we'll definitely see you there. Well, this is where I say goodbye. Thank you for joining us this week on another beautiful one. We just celebrated our 6-month anniversary of Trinidad and Tobago today, and I want to say a very special thanks to my entire team. They're so amazing. You need to see all of them very, very soon. But of course, as a special treat to our team today, we get to end with something special from Valerie Hill. She's here to perform for us like we used to, her brand new song. As we say, have a great weekend, Trinidad and Tobago. Bye-bye.
I remember those late nights where the music was too loud. Bodies tangled up, telling secrets out aloud. in the air. Baby, better say your prayers, 'cause there's nothing that I want more in this moment, this I swear. Take me back to the night. Gotta ask myself why don't people dance like they used to? Hardly been romance like they used to. No, I just can't get in my way. So I throw my hands up and I say, why don't people dance like they used to? Hardly been romance like they used to. No, I just can't get in my way. So I throw my hands up and I say, drinks are flowing, I feel like I'm glowing. Lost my phone, but man, I don't care. Can't deny I'm chasing the high. Got no shame, got no fear. You grab me by the waist, I grab you by your face. God, this just feels right. No cameras, just you and me. Show you my inner freak, it'll take you by surprise. Take me back to the night. Gotta ask myself why don't people dance like they used to? Hardly been romance like they used to. No, I just can't get in my way. So I throw my hands up and I say, why don't people dance like they used to? Hardly been romance like they used to. No, I just can't get in my way. So I throw my hands up and I say, why don't people dance like they used to? Hardly been romance like they used to. No, I just can't get in my way. So I throw my hands up and I say, why don't people dance like they used to? Hardly been romance like they used to. No, I just can't get in my way. So I throw my hands up and I say, why don't people dance like they used to?
We outside, exclusively on Talk City 91.1 FM. The men in maroon are coming home. It's the We Outside campaign, the 2026 international home season for the West Indies men's cricket team. And the final leg of the home season takes place right here in Trinidad and Tobago. Talk City 91.1 FM is proud to hold the exclusive radio broadcast rights for the two-match test series between the West Indies and Pakistan from July 25th to July 29th. History will be made as the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Taruba hosts its first ever international test match, a landmark moment for cricket in Trinidad and Tobago. Then, the action shifts to the iconic Queen's Park Oval for the second test from August 2nd to the 6th. Every session, every wicket, every century, every moment. Follow the West Indies, the men in maroon, as they battle Pakistan in a historic test series. We outside, exclusive ball-by-ball coverage, updates, analysts, and commentary, only on Talk City 91.1 FM, the home of cricket conversation. Talk City 91.1 FM, where the men in maroon live.
We are the drum shaking. We are the drum shaking. We are the drum shaking. Shaking.
Ever wondered what happens before the lights come on? Before the crowd pours in? Before the magic hits the stage? This is your all-access pass. Sneak Peek with Junior K takes you behind the scenes of the biggest cultural moments and the hottest events across TNT. From the sound checks to the stage setups, from final rehearsals to exclusive interviews. If it's about to be big, we're already there. Catch Sneak Peek airing daily on TTT and relive every moment on all our social media media platforms. Sneak Peek with Junior K, where the story starts before the spotlight.
Good morning. This is your TDT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. Making the news at this time. Businessman Dominic Hadid and his wife Genevieve remain behind bars after the state successfully challenged their release from detention on Thursday night. The couple, alongside their 69-year-old relative Star Sabga, were detained in late June in connection with an alleged plot to murder government officials. They challenged their detention and on Thursday were granted interim relief by the appeal court while their legal challenge to their preventative detention orders was being determined. They were expected to be released from detention and placed under house arrest. However, the state sought an emergency hearing before the couple's paperwork for their release could be sorted. Late on Thursday night, an appeal court panel, including Chief Justice Ronnie Budusing, stayed the earlier decision to release them and granted leave for the state to appeal to the Privy Council. The couple will now remain in prison, and a full hearing has been scheduled for today at 3 p.m. to determine whether the stay should remain in effect pending the Privy Council proceedings. Meanwhile, constitutional law and governance expert Professor Hamid Ghani says he believes the ongoing court battle involving businessman Dominic Hadid and his wife's detention under a preventative detention order will ultimately bring clarity to the constitutional aspect of PDOs. The couple was given interim relief by the appeal court on Thursday and was supposed to be released, but that decision was stayed when the state appealed hours after the ruling. Speaking with TDT News on Thursday night, Professor Ghani predicted the matter was far from over. He added, as the issue moves through the courts, it will ultimately prove beneficial for Trinidad and Tobago, as it will clarify any constitutional concerns about PDOs.
It will be very good to get some determinations on some of these constitutional issues because it helps the country moving forward. We are not a dictatorship. We are a functioning democracy. Our court system works during a state of emergency. And I think that what will happen now is the fine-tuning on the constitutional issues that we go forward with from here.
Describing it as a cause célèbre, Professor Ghani noted the matter has elicited conversations across the societal spectrum on deeper issues within the country.
Happening, it is raising a number of class considerations in the society about the extent to which if you're able to hire 4 or 5 senior counsels to appear for you and you can challenge the state, the resources available are there. That is well within their rights. There's nothing unreasonable about that.
In other news, cycloporiasis, an intestinal infection, has recently left almost 2,000 people ill and more than 100 hospitalized in the United States. While there have been no cases reported yet in Trinidad, medical microbiologist Dr. Rajiv Piyush Nagasar warns the illness causes specific symptoms which can take weeks to materialize.
This disease causes severe watery diarrhea, and when the oocysts become mature, which is in weeks, and they contaminate food and water sources, that's when persons, if they come in contact with this food and the water sources, that's when they get diarrhea, non-specific symptoms, nausea, abdominal cramps, because abdominal cramps is common with this type of diarrhea. And you get it from contaminated raw food.
Dr. Nagasar noted that being aware of the disease is important, adding that persons traveling abroad should pay close attention to the symptoms.
They haven't actually pinpointed specific sources. They've linked sources, but linking does not mean causation. So it's important, especially for travel. And travelers should always get the advice of a medical professional or an authoritative source before jumping to conclusions or making decisions.
He advised that green leafy vegetables and foods that are eaten raw are the foods that have been linked to this most recent outbreak of cycloporiasis in the United States. In sport now, Stephanie Taylor has made West Indies cricket history, becoming the first woman from the region to reach 10,000 international runs. The Jamaican batters sealed the milestone with back-to-back centuries as the Maroon Warriors swept Ireland women 3-0 in their one-day international series.
Well, I do feel proud of myself. For the last year or so, or probably a couple months, I've been working really hard to get back my body fit and, score some runs for the team. So I'm really happy about that.
And that was your TDT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. From all of us here to you, have a great day.
This is TTT. Live for local.